Hello, everyone. I'm Jean-Claude at BeyondMystic, and welcome to this deep woo-woo episode. Tonight, Wednesday, is Tarot Reading by Janine. You can find her work at Sending Ravens here on YouTube and also at Tarot by Janine. Janine, welcome back to the show.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Jean-Claude.
How's it going, Janine?
Really good.
Yeah? I hear you've been seeing signs all over the place. What the hell's going on?
Yeah. I asked the universe for a sign. January just feels so intense. It's like every moment changes, but it's almost like a new drama every moment. It's the weirdest feeling. And it just feels like nothing stays the same. Everything's changing. I feel really confident that everything's falling into place. Like maybe the timing's a little different than we thought, but it's all happening. Like everything's falling into place. I just feel so confident. So I asked, is that true? And give me a sign to tell me it's true. So I sent it to your phone. I don't know if we can share it. Maybe I can share it on my phone.
Oh, wait. You just sent it to me now?
I sent it to your phone. Yeah. It's a picture of a sundog.
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
I saw it right after it announced.
Wow.
And a raven flew by, but the raven was too small in the sky to get a good shot of it.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
So I was like, yeah, there's my sign.
That's a nice sign. And the ravens on top of that. Wow, that's amazing. Cool. Hey, guys, let us know if you're watching this show. Are you seeing also really cool celestial signs? And if so, man, we have to find a way to maybe share pictures in the next episode. That'd be really cool. So if you guys have really cool stuff like that you're picking up in the sky, maybe we can do little segments like 2 or 3 minutes each and every show to showcase some of your pictures. Maybe I'll put up a contact form where you guys can upload pictures like that on the website. That'd be really cool to share that. Because I think people send that to me all the time, but it gets inundated in my emails and I lose them. But yeah, wow. Ash says, wow, that is amazing to see. Yeah, absolutely. Let me bring this back up. And what was your overall feeling as you watched this, the confirmation of this? What can you share with the audience, Janine?
Like we're going to get to the end of the rainbow. We're going to get to that pot of gold, which is our new world, which is not the new world order, but our new world. Yeah.
Wow.
We're going to get our freedom. We're going to get our sovereignty. So I can never say that word properly.
Sovereignty.
That's it. We're going to get it. And we're going to have our common sense back in the world. Like all of the things, that just seems to have completely gone out the window for the last
Somebody sent me an email or a Twitter, I don't know, maybe a week ago. I get a gazillion of them, but they showed me a mock-up of a t-shirt that said sovereign and then -T as like in a t-shirt. I'm like, oh, that's a cool t-shirt. Sovereign t-shirt. I love that. And a few people send me absurd t-shirts also with design. So yeah, I'll eventually get around to doing that, guys. I know you guys are like, oh, let's do some t-shirts. It'll be something really cool. Hey, Jenny says, yeah, Jenny Alicia says, yes, I think I have some pictures, JC, I'll send them to you. Okay, so Jenny, you can text me that tonight though too. I have you on a different window here too. So if you have pictures, bring them up and I'll bring it up on the screen. I do want to say a big thank you to a mystery donor. I just received in the mail today. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's a really nice Pamp Swiss Kilo silver bar. And Andy called me and he says, JC, you and Janine are receiving so much love. All these people are calling him, oh my God, I watch Janine all the time. I want to buy some silver and throw in a kilo bar for both JC and Janine. So I just got mine in the mail today. As I got back, I had a little mini getaway here the last day and a half. So a big thank you to whoever that person is. And he didn't tell me the name yet. I didn't see a card in there, but you know who you are, whoever donated that. And I'm told, and he said also that yours, Janine, is also in the mail. You might already have it in your mailbox here today or
I
tomorrow.
haven't got it yet. But
okay.
I got another piece of silver though.
Oh, nice. Do tell.
You want to see it?
Sure.
That's what I got in the mail today.
Oh, 100,000. Nice. I love it. Tarot by Janine. Yeah.
They finally sent it, even though the channel has 131,000.
Yeah, they're a little slow, aren't they, with the recognition? I know. Wow. Well, everybody says, woohoo. Hey, well, a big congratulations to you, Janine. And yeah, big congrats. Hey, let me bring that up. Crypto Squirrel, congrats. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, YouTube shout out. Okay. Oh yeah. So signs from universe we've done. Thank you for the silver. A big thank you. Whoever that donor is, I'm gonna try to get Andy to give me an email at least so I can thank you personally. That is an incredible gift. I really appreciate that for sure. A shout out. Oh yes, Janine, you sent me this one just before the show. So let's do a shout out to these amazing two divine feminine who apparently, from what I'm looking at, just started their own YouTube channel here to share the truth. And the title of this video is "Who is our favorite truther and why?" Imagine who they have as their favorite truther. Janine, set this up here for the audience.
Yeah, Ashley just sent that to me. I don't know how she spotted it, but these two, maybe one of them gets readings from her. I'm not sure. But she spotted it somehow and sent it along to me. And I just couldn't believe it. They picked me for their favorite truther.
I love it. I just listened to the clip before you sent it, before we went live here. And I thought they were very well-spoken, and the concept of why they like Janine here, I think, is very important. So guys, go check that out. But they're talking about frequency here and aligning with frequency of people here, and how that is absolutely important right now as we are trying to create our future, as opposed to looking at the back stuff and the things that are breaking down, that are born of the old system. So please do, guys, go check out this video and give them a like if you like that video. And perhaps there's more content there from Honey C. Golden, I believe, is the YouTube channel. So let me bring that link down in the live chat. What did you make of the way they explained the why, Janine?
Yeah, I thought it was really really smart the way they broke it down. And of course, I'm a little biased, so I agreed completely with what they were saying.
I did too. I totally agree.
They nailed it. They nailed what I'm trying to do. And I was so flattered that they did that. And they're also going to do, so here's what's going to be interesting going forward. They lay out that they're going to do this on all kinds of different, like their favorite scientist right now, their favorite, I don't know, journalist, or their favorite, like they're all kinds of, they have a list of people they're going to be looking into, their favorite, like spiritualist, their favorite off-worlder information person, like that. They're going to go through the whole list of what we've been watching on YouTube and other channels like that.
Well, if their other content is similar to the one you just sent me now, like there's a lot of value there in the why. And so for people who are waking up now and who are also trying to figure out who to watch, who to listen to, and how to build this community and this family, this perhaps might be a good place to start. So Honey C. Golden, let me go ahead and click that subscribe button myself. So there you go, guys. Go click on that as well at your end. And let's go like this particular video here and see if we can bump it up. The algorithms. There you go. 20 likes. Okay, when I come back later, I want to see 9,000 likes. There's quite a few. Oh my God, we almost hit 10,000 live people on the Monday live stream. That's our record so far. So big thank you to all of you guys supporting us.
Okay, I got it. Something's weird's going on here.
You're a cat.
Betty is freaking out about, I don't know what is her problem. She's been fed. She's got water. Her litter box is clean. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I think she also thinks that Janine is the best truther out there.
She's just yelling at me about something. But anyway, I'll try to work with it.
She's giving us the double confirmation from the spirit world. I love it. Oh my God. Where do I start? There's a lot of cool things happening here. Okay. This is interesting because you and I talked about this last night or on the Monday night show. Let me take this one off the screen here. There you go. So basically, okay, so we were told to fear this particular last iteration, and yeah, it's pretty much a dud from what we can see now. But Cliff retweeted this, and I thought, oh, that's interesting based on the cards that you pulled on Monday night. He says, okay, it's running on empty. I won't say the first word. Thanks to the socks, so-and-so variant. So he's talking about a self-organizing collective being behind this particular variant. Again, going to the cards that you pulled on Monday, that this could be the end of it, or at least part of the end of all of this stuff, and it's all contrived in such a way. So I think that's really fascinating. So folks, if you haven't seen the Monday night episode, go check that out, and you'll see that particular segment, and then come back to these words here and think, things that make you go home. Is there anything else you want to add to this one here before we move on, Jenny?
No, but that's interesting though, because weren't we getting that? Yes, in fact, I can't remember. Did I say yes?
Yeah,
I did.
The person was asking, I believe, from the Discord channel, from the Insider Access past members. They were asking if perhaps this particular variant had in it maybe an inoculation for all the past negative stuff. So it was part of the question, and it was yes, like it was the ending thing. So for some reason, we might not have gotten all the details as to the why, but yes, it seems to be an ending to all of this. So that's very encouraging, very encouraging.
Yes.
And speaking about very encouraging, guys, if you haven't seen it already, go check out the Investigating 2022. I'll see if I can bring it up on the screen here. I think I had it for a second. Anyways, it's one of our last pay-per-views with Janine. This one here, Investigating 2022. And so as she's saying now that there's a lot of signs in the skies and in the heavens, if you haven't seen the 2022 New Year video, you'll understand why. There's a lot of reason for not just optimism, but educated optimism, I guess is the way I would put it. So, all right, go check that out. All right, let me see where I can go next here. There's so much here. This is interesting. So last week, you and I were talking about this particular character in France whose wife/husband was kind of angry at some of the news articles coming out, blah, blah, blah. And you and I said, oh, why were they talking about her, him/nobody? Wouldn't it be interesting if they were talking about Barack Obama's husband? Well, look at this. Somebody was paying attention to our show, Janine. Amazon's gender recognition system identifies Michelle Obama and Serena Williams as what? Let me bring that up a little bit more. This is mainstream news. PBS Frontline, men.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I said this during a conversation last night, and the person said, "Are you sure, JC?" I said, "I don't know. There's a lot of junk where it shouldn't be in some of those videos." We're talking about Mike, Big Mike, of course.
We deep dived on both of those, Ashley and I, both of those people you just mentioned, and yeah, you bet.
Yep, I bet. Okay. My God, there's a lot of news articles, guys. Just some of it is like kind of shitty and negative. I don't want to go there, so we'll get through a few of these. Let me first go to the PayPal tip jar here and thank a few people also. Let me see if I can bring this one back up. Sherry. Okay, Sherry. Wait, there's no question. Oh, you guys can see that. Let me bring this up on the screen. Okay, Sherry Sands. Thank you for all that you do. Love you both. Love you too. Thank you so much. Alessandra Guerrino. Dear JC and Janine, always faithful. Also, thank you both. Today in Italy, suddenly our horrible government decided to mandate the thing for all people over 50. And I'm feeling a little helpless. What will happen? Okay, I don't think you and I have talked about Italy a lot. And there's going to be something about Kazakhstan here tonight too. It's areas of the world that we don't often get questions from the audience from, but we'll get to Kazakhstan also here tonight. So what's the outcome here? Italy speaking here for Alessandra.
Okay, they just got to hold tight because everything's going to change, you guys. Everything's going to change. So make your excuses, work the magic. What do they call that? Like you do the yo-yo. Just keep putting it off, put it off. Yeah, and whatever you do, don't get sad and think you're doomed, because that's just not the energy to. This energy doesn't attract what you want. Okay, this energy. So what she does, notice how her cup is really ornate.
Yep.
That's because she's focused too much on her feelings about something, and she looks kind of sad. She also has really no boundaries. Okay, the Queen of Cups. So when she's well aspected, okay, she's really, really awesome. Like she could be a famous psychic. She could be incredibly healing and 100% emotion. But that, of course, that can go bad really quickly too. She's too focused on her feelings about something, which has created her cup to get really ornate. Because cups in the tarot usually look, all the other cups in the whole deck look like this really more simple cup. But her cup is really ornate. So she's making too much of something. So you don't focus. She's too focused on a sad idea of something that's going to happen in the near future. Okay, that right this minute hasn't happened. So you still have the magic to change it. Okay, and the whole world's changing. And like I said, moment for moment this weekend, and in particular yesterday and today, everything's changed. every time I feel a feeling, I can feel that we're getting closer to the truth coming out. I can feel the energy, right? So this card's saying, look forward to how you want it to be instead of focusing on your grief and sadness as if it already is, because you're just going to help create doubt problems. Make excuses. I have a niece and nephew with their son who made it all the way to Australia on pure magic.
Wow.
And they're pure bloods. Okay. We'll just say that.
Wow.
You know what I mean? They did it all by magic, and you're going to need to trust in your personal magic. Okay. Because they are true believers, red pilled and absolute. They never back down from what they know to be true and what they know to be their rights. And they're just magical, and they just know how to call that magic. And that we all got to learn that, people. It's going to be right in the 11th hour, but it's going to be stepped back. All of these things are trying to wake up the sleepers. Okay. Yeah. So just don't give in to it, to the fear, and just absolutely stay firm and confident. You're going to need confidence. Everybody's going to need to work on self-confidence.
You've made it this far. That was 90% of the battle, is to make it here. What happens next? I mean, it's just them dissolving. We just have to wait them out at this point. And it's all coming unglued really, really fast if you pay attention to the news, but between the lines when you watch the news. Okay. Let's go to the Insider Access Pass Discord channel here for a second. Quite a few in there. Thank you so much, again, to all the new Insider Access Pass members. You guys are absolutely amazing. I did a update video for you guys 2 days ago. If you haven't seen that, go to the website, to the Insider Access Pass main library to see that. Let me bring this one in for Natty. Question: there was a crazy windstorm over this weekend in Alaska, over 100 kilometer or miles per hour winds, which is very abnormal. No national coverage, even though we've been put in a state of emergency. What's behind these windstorms? So I did see some news articles about this here from yesterday. So what's going on in Alaska with these crazy windstorms, Janine?
It's a strategy of some kind.
Wow.
But here's the weird thing. Here's who's behind it, and that's a white hat card and or an alliance or a Mr. T in the white hats. So I don't know what their strategy is. Maybe they're trying. What I figure with some of these weather things, every time I keep looking at them lately, they look like they're alliance related, possibly to keep everybody indoors or to lock down an area.
Yeah. What's strategic in Alaska? That's the cards. Why is there strategy in Alaska? Does it have to do with old world technology, monuments, pyramids, something of that nature, or information that could come out from there that's important to?
Okay, so secret organized situation that they're trying to clear out has something to do with party substance or the creation of it. So now we're talking DUMS, it looks like.
Yeah, Violet Biggs in the screen there. She's saying DUMS in Alaska. Yeah.
And it looks like they're really close to clearing it out, but they might have found like a whole nother sort of like section or something, because that ace is like, it's a whole new, maybe they were made aware of a whole nother level of it. So they needed to get in there.
How about also HARP? I forget what the acronym stands for, but these huge antennas that they put out frequencies to bounce off the ionosphere. Are they trying to perhaps get off of that? Maybe people were using that to send out these waves of depression that people were feeling in the last couple of days. Let's ask about HARP. Is that part of the strategy there in Alaska? Let me see if we can bring that up. HARP, HAARP, I believe. HARP project, weather control. Yeah. High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, HARP. Wow.
So it looks like, yes, they were, that's what created the winds.
Wow.
Is it capable of creating winds like that? I think we've figured out it is.
I know they can move weather, yes. Yeah, definitely. Wow. Interesting. Wow. Well, with that strategies card too, there's a couple of things you and I've been getting at this last couple of weeks, and the cards are like saying, "Don't ask more questions." I think I'm going to leave that one there for now. Let's go into some of the mainstream news. But thank you, whoever was asking, got Natty. That was a great question. Okay, this is interesting. Again, we don't often get people from Kazakhstan or people asking us questions about Kazakhstan, but today this is weird. We're seeing this huge upsurge of citizens fighting their government in a way that's really interesting, where now regular citizens have captured military personnel to the point now where even Russia is wanting to deploy troops to Kazakhstan. I'll get to that in a second question. But what's happening here? What's going on in Kazakhstan? That, like, are they fighting the mandates? Are they fighting governments in particular? How the hell did it went to the point where military personnel are being captured by civilians? What can we share with the audience here? What's going on?
It looks like they've had enough, and maybe their military people are suspected of being on the bad side of things, because this card came up for why they've had enough of those guys. Tying them to maybe dark cults and or this is my deep state card, right? So what they're doing is because they've had enough of the military. So I wonder if the military's been pushing the agendas. Do you know if anyone lives there or knows about it? No,
it's not a place in the world that I really follow. If there's anybody in the screen that can help us out here. I'll bring up the second part of the story here. Russian-led bloc agrees to send troops to restore order in Kazakhstan. My question there, are they trying to restore order to keep the bad guys or the government in place? Or are they trying to restore order because the government in Kazakhstan needs to fall and Russia is in support of the people, even though in this mainstream article, that's not clear exactly why Russia is interfering here. So my question is Russia interfering on behalf of the people here or on behalf of the corrupt governments?
So what the mainstream is saying about it is not true, I don't think, with that card. I think they're for the people, it looks like.
Wow.
So, and also it looks like there could be a big flip around with, there could be a real twist to this story where we find out their government's been taken down. Maybe they'll be one of the first to get taken down. Remember that I said whoever goes down first could be really unique, like you wouldn't expect it?
Yeah.
And I got this judgment card. So I got a feeling they're actually going to help those people take down deep state players.
Wow. Okay.
Now,
somebody was saying about Iran. It went really quickly in the chat here. I don't know if I can bring it up, but they're saying there's been a lot of earthquakes in Iran as of late. Let's pull some cards. What's happening with earthquakes or maybe underground situations in Iran? Let me see if we can pick that up too. How maybe this is related to this neck of the woods here.
Okay, it's definitely earthquakes, and it's because they're cleaning out the activities of bad guys. Similar card to what was happening in Alaska, was it? We were looking at first?
Yeah.
Yeah, similar card. So yeah, it's work. So work in progress. So they're 80% cleared out that area. Yeah, but there's a few rogue sort of things going on to do with people's offspring. That's how I'm going to say it. The little ones. So there's a few things that they just can't, or just hadn't got all the way in and or shut down yet.
Well, that's interesting here. Wow. I didn't know that. Tehran Times here, over 700 quakes shake Iran in the last month. So yeah, a lot of activities there. Let's go back to Kazakhstan here. And my head was kind of like scrambling to find what I was looking for. But Kazakhstan is also where we're going to choose our words here, but I'll just say Khazars come from. And Khazars eventually moved to another area of the world, and they're kind of related to the red something shields that run the banking system. So there's a connection through all of that. So let's go back to Kazakhstan here. Are the citizens, or is Russia also coming back to maybe root out some of those original sources of this particular power, which is behind some of these world banking families? I guess it's the best way I can put it here on YouTube. Hopefully everybody understands where I'm going with this. Whoa.
Yes, yes, it's all about the original dark cult bunch, where they originate. Yeah, so there's and they've been working on this for a really long, like they've been working on routing these guys out for a really long time. It's a long process, and it's just come to a head, it looks like.
Okay, I just saw a comment here, Caroline. I won't read that, folks, out loud. You guys can go and read that, but she's alluding, Carolyn Carr, alluding here to what I was just talking about. Wow, fascinating. Okay, wow, fascinating indeed. All right, let me see if I can scroll back down my slide deck here. I lost my spot. Something cool with Turkey. Where did Turkey go? There you go. Okay, this is interesting. So you and I just did this episode on hyperinflation. Again, if you guys haven't seen this one, it's the last one here, of course, on the Insider Access Pass, and it's also available now on pay-per-view. We spent quite a bit of time talking about Turkey and why Turkey is absolutely important here moving forward as we transition here with our financial systems and our organic human economy. So today, Erdogan is telling banks to snoop on dollar sellers. So they're trying to deter clients from, of course, getting out of this plummeting lira. I have a question for you here. Are they... Okay, there's two things happening in Iran. So you guys go see the full episode, you'll see the whole details here. But are they, on one hand here, trying to preserve whatever they have left to push whatever ounce of physical purchasing power from the lira into this new system, and that's why they're trying to prevent people from actually selling it, because it might be a good idea for them to keep it as they move into this new system? Okay, let me rephrase that. Okay, it sounds kind of weird because like, oh, they're closing the gates so that you cannot get rid of your burning paper, is what this article is kind of telling us. Is that what's happening, or is it in fact a sneaky way of telling people, no, keep them because we're about to convert them, and this might actually be a good thing for citizens, but we can't tell you that yet because we're so, secretive about all of these moves. This is a big international play happening all at the same time. What's going on here?
It's definitely because they got things going on undercover that they're not telling people about. Okay, and here's the take. This was the outcome, which is there's going to be a big surprise for those people. It's not going to go the way they expect it to go. It'll be really intense. Like everybody's going to freak out, and then they actually get compensated. No, compensated.
Compensated. Okay, so if I'm reading you correctly, this move here is really against the people, but it's not going to work for the central bankers. It's going to work in favor of the people. Whatever the people are trying to achieve here is going to be on the side of the people. Okay.
The exact opposite thing's going to happen because something's going on the sly underneath the surface that's going to make a gateway so that people will be compensated. No.
Compensated.
Sorry, compensated. Yeah, they're going to get their money back.
Hey, guys, it's just lost in the French translation. Don't worry. We're just having fun. Compensé in French. Compensated. Yes.
Okay.
All right. I love it. Okay. That's interesting. And again, it kind of ties in with this crazy hyper. Okay. And guys, if you haven't seen this episode too, be forewarned, we changed the format a little bit. And Jenny and I spoke about how we're going to do some of these investigations. In some cases, they're going to be more tarot heavy. In some other cases, they're more information heavy. It depends on what's coming up in the field and what Jenny and I believe, feel, and like deeply feel we need to share with you guys here. And there's a lot of important information in this episode. If you haven't seen it already, put it on your checklist. It's important for you guys, especially moving into this month and probably February. All of this is going to make sense very, very quickly for you guys. Okay, next question. KJO Dizzle. That's a nickname. JC and Janine. I live for this show. Oh, I appreciate that. Cool. Question. I am an RN, a registered nurse, and I want to work with med beds so much. What will happen to me, and what should I do to put it in motion? Thank you. Love you both. So KJO, registered nurse, and she wants to get into these new technologies, moving away from the old systems into the new healing systems, perhaps medbed, perhaps other things here. I'm going to add everything in there because Spirit's going to respond to this in a different way. But what does she need to do to put that into her motion where she's aligned with her soul contract and mission?
She needs to speak about it in a positive way, as if she's looking forward to it, as if it's already happening. So she has a daily mantra that says, it'll be so fun when I get my first experience with, or my first clientele base with working with these med beds. Just stay open and talk about it like it's happening. New technologies I'm finding them, and I'm finding it easy to get involved. People are getting a hold of me. Talk about it almost like you're delusionally just making stuff up. And I'm not kidding. Okay, my whole life, that's how I made everything I made happen. I talked about it as if it already was true. And people who knew me thought I was delusional because I'd be talking about it like, no, this is happening. And then it did. So that's how it works. You just talk about it with confidence, and to fake it till you make it, I tell you. And some things I don't even remember. Did I actually just use that technique, or did I know it was coming, or I don't know. But who cares? Like which came first? Who cares? Talk about it into being and feel about it into being. If your intention is good, you're going to attract it. And that's obviously coming from a good intention. So just have a mantra every day that gets you in the space where you're already doing it. You're there already, and then it'll bump into you.
That's great advice. Okay. I'll take another one here from the Insider Access group. CatBear. Do light workers still have dark magic spells on them? On me? Question mark. How do I get my mojo back? Reference to Austin Powers. I lost my mojo. Okay. So CatBear, she wants to get her mojo back.
Okay, so for 35 years, I dealt with daily clientele with those kind of questions. Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, nobody can take your mojo. You give it away, or you just give it up somehow.
Yeah.
So you, in no way believe somebody can come in and put a spell on you, or you just don't buy it. Just don't buy that that's possible. Okay. If you fear that someone can come and steal your energy, they can. Nobody's stealing my energy this lifetime, because I'm not going to let them. Okay. So you need to have a resolve that if you're fearful that people are always out to get you, out to steal your energy, then, or putting dark spells on you or whatever they're doing, then you're just, that wound opens up to those kind of things. If you don't even buy that could exist or happen, okay, you're a lot less likely to attract it. You attract what you talk about, think about, and feel. So you're not going to attract that kind of energy and then on top of everything else, use common sense. So when you're working with other people's energy that you don't know, like I daily work with strangers in person daily for years and years and years. I never knew who was coming in the door to get the tarot reading. Okay, they'd book it. I had no idea. In all of those years, twice I had to go see a healer after I saw somebody because their energy was messed with mine. That's twice in 35 years. That's not very often, right? So I might have been a little, not using my usual boundaries. So you need to work on boundaries, okay? Yeah. And then also cleansing energy between. So a tarot card reader, so I would do one after the other reading. So my way to do it would be using candles, put my hands over candles, smacking the energy out of the cards. Like I had ways of smudging. I smudged all day long, sage burning. Places I worked had to put up with it. Go and over a sink and cold water over your hands, like intentionally, like have an intention to clear the energy between each reading and clear your cards. But if you're not working those ways, don't assume your energy can be stolen or messed with. Like that's the first order of business, and then use good clearing once you're dealing with people.
And can I add also another technique to that, which is maybe more adult rated, but use your energy way down there and shock it up the system to clear and to kind of reboot your battery. Think of it as a defibrillator. You know, if you feel you've lost your mojo, use that with that intent of recharging everything, like a huge, like, imagine that as you're using that energy, you're creating this huge mega 1,000-watt bulb, and the white light comes out of that. If you want to try that, that is one of the techniques, and you can be alone doing that. You don't need anybody else. So that's the R-rated portion of the show. Do you still want to pull cards on that, or is that good for the advice, Janine?
Can I mention one more thing, and I'll pull cards on it too?
Yeah.
Also, call you. So imagine a lotus just above your head. Open the lotus with a breath. So you breathe in. The lotus opens, and then imagine light. So universal love light comes in through with the breath. And it goes right into your heart chakra and then up throughout your whole body. So it's the opposite direction than what you were talking about. And that's another way you can do it, using that Kundalini, rising it up, using that sort of passion energy. We'll call it that for the show, right? And rise it up, but you can also bring it in from the universe to replenish your energy. I would boot up my energy that way if I was feeling like my mojo was, depleted.
If you look at what Janine is talking about, let me see if I can bring up a picture here. She's referring to the microcosmic orbit in Taoist terms. So she's pulling the energy into the Tantien, and there's a breathing exercise to go do that. So you can also, yes, absolutely. There's many ways to skin a cat, so to speak here. These are the two ends of the opposite. You can bring it from inside and increase it, and you can call it in also. Absolutely great information. And Susan says, JC, I love your R-rated info. Okay. I've had a lot of troubles on YouTube for these conversations, so that's why I'm choosing my words carefully here, folks. YouTube doesn't like these words. They're bad, bad, bad words. Okay, Janine, let's quickly pull some cards here on how to get the mojo back here very quickly. What can the cards say to her specifically? Because I believe the advice you gave is absolutely amazing and important for everybody watching. But for her specifically, what can we tell her? I forget the name here. It's just moving really quick.
Okay, taking time to herself and outside influences, shut them off for a while. So this person goes off to the mountain by themselves to meditate, so they feel like something's missing. So something's missing. One of those cups is missing. There's a big hole there, and they need to go away and replenish their energy. But they need to do it spiritually. So they have to find the missing energy, not outside of themselves, but inside themselves. Okay, they need to meditate on and or think on or feel their way to what's missing. So there's something trying to talk to them. So asking for signs is really important. Taking time for yourself and just let it come to you. And also a mantra that assumes, okay, I'm going to spend a couple days calling in the answer, and somehow I'm going to know. I'm going to know. And you just assume that that's going to happen. Then your higher self says, oh, okay, so that's the program now. We're going to know. Okay. And then it creates your destiny. Like your destiny is created as you go. As you think, feel, speak, and what you put out is going to constantly change and create your destiny. So start directing how you want it to be. You're the goddess or god of your universe.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, very good. Chris Franks, silver, please. Okay. We'll get the silver sometime here tonight. We're at 30-minute mark here. Let me do a little bit of housekeeping. First of all, so Chris Franks, yeah, thank you. I'll come back to silver here a little bit shortly. So first, PayPal tip jar. Okay, here's the link again. A big thank you to all of you supporting. And again, I think we should mention this every show because there's more and more people joining us at every episode. And so I guess the caveat is a big thank you to everyone with the PayPal tip jar, but it's possible we might not get to your question. We do our very best, but there are a lot of people in the queue and we have questions coming in from the live chat and also the Discord. But again, a big thank you to everybody tipping us. It's what makes it possible for us to do these shows. And on that note, this is also why we try to give back every week by giving you guys one of these amazing creations of Carla here at Ascension Organites. This is one of these amazing, beautiful pyramids here that is going to be drawn tonight for one of you lucky PayPal tip jar donators tonight. So let me play that and see what Carla has for us this evening.
Hi everyone, this is Carla from Ascension Organites. First off, I wanted to wish you a very happy new year. I hope that 2022 is a great year for all of us and all of humanity, and hopefully we'll start seeing some change, big changes. So today I wanted to show you Mary. Apart from the benefits of the stone lapis that we've already talked about in a previous video, I was thinking about what Mary means to me. And I thought about this for quite a while. And the fact that every time I designed one of my pyramids, I didn't really plan for them. I never sat down to draw them out or to see what colors I was going to put in them. They basically sort of happened as I was making them. I guess it goes back to what Janine was saying, that I channel something when I make my pyramids. But Mary was made the same day that I made Gaia. And if Gaia represents the planet Earth and its abundance, Mary to me represents the sky and the stars. There's something about her that makes me think of our connection to the stars and maybe star seeds and all of this stuff that we have been discovering lately. Maybe she makes you think of that connection to that other side of us that we really don't know about because it has been so occulted. So yeah, I'll give her a quick look, turn around again. And there she is. I hope you like her.
I do like her. Thank you so much, Carla. And so one of you tonight will be receiving that one. What do you think of this pyramid, Janine?
I love it.
Yeah. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, especially the gold, just that one little line of almost like it's gorgeous, going all the way through it like that. I just love it.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. So guys, if you want to put your hands on one of these amazing creations from Carla, you can do so at Ascension Organite here on Etsy. Let me bring that link down to live chat for you guys as well. And I know she's hard at work also creating and shipping out all of these pyramids that you guys have been buying from her. So she's really hard at work and very, very grateful to you guys, each and every one of you here. And I wanted to bring this one up. Hey, does this work? No, it didn't work. Hold on. At any rate, use BeyondMystic, the coupon code, to get another 10% off of these amazing creations. So it's BeyondMystic in one word. We'll give you 10% off here. And we'll announce the winner of this pyramid here tonight on next Monday. Okay, let's go back to our news deck. Interesting here too, you and I have been talking about this in the last Beyond Crypto Woo, that the Federal Reserve here was going to be, or at least they were signaling that they were going to be raising rates. It didn't go too well at the FOMC meeting, and the markets didn't really like this announcements that there would be accelerating, maybe by March even, some of these rate hikes. And then suddenly it's like, whoa, not so fast. And of course, you and I have explained why it is very difficult for them to even raise rates, even a slight amount. So my question is here, today, when this happened, we saw gyrations in the market, we saw gyrations in crypto market, and to go back to Chris's question about silver, silver also dropped today on this news. So again, we're seeing the manipulators in the back end trying to suppress alternatives to this dollar when this bad news comes out. So as people are stressed and looking for something else to invest in, they always, no fail, crash silver on that day and crash cryptos. Cryptos also went down today. If you look at this 7-day chart of the total market cap, you can see, wow, yeah, it's been a hard day in crypto. So again, when Janine and I look at that, we say, oh, look, it's on sale. We can buy more. For some people, they're like, oh my God, my investments are going down, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So let's go back to silver here. Yeah. Is this still a good opportunity when they're doing these types of shenanigans with their criminality to get into silver at lower prices?
Okay, so while you were talking, I had in mind, because I know everybody wants to know about silver. So I did a past, present, and near future on it. So the past, so silver's worth a lot, even as much as gold's going for right now. They're just not telling you. So past, present. So this is we're being lied to. And it's smoke and mirrors and manipulation, like you said. They've been doing that for a long time, right?
Yep.
past, present, near future. The next thing that happens, and then it leads to this. So that it really gets let off the chain, because things, they're not going to be able to. So the fool is, they're going to walk right off that cliff with that. So the people that are manipulating it don't have any plays left.
Right.
They're going to run into that. They're coming to the cliff. They're going to fall off the cliff, and then it goes shooting up. It gets let off the leash, let's just say. So it's all a big manipulation. So keep that in mind, and maybe don't get too excited about it. It has to be, tomorrow, or, we hoped it was yesterday. You know what I mean? Like, it's coming, and it's coming really soon. And actually everything's coming, and it seems like it might all crescendo at once. Like the whole, like, so everything's so poised right now. You can feel it. It's like everything's ready to just change in a flip. It's going to be wild. This is a wild ride we're on, people.
And okay, so Tom must be psychic here, because as I was bringing up my slide for Mr. Bix Weir, our friend here at roadtoruda.com, he put out quite a few videos in the last couple of days explaining exactly why what Janine says is absolutely true. And Tom is saying, yeah, Bix says silver is worth 100K per ounce. Probably because, again, the gold guys are saying that gold is worth $97,000 per ounce, really. So when all of this goes, it goes. And go check out this last video here. Alert, 800 million ounces of silver short trapped as Evergrande debacle continues here. So go check out that video to understand how that's connected to China and Evergrande. So again, a big shout out to Bix, and we'll have Bix here on the news in the next couple of days too. I'll try to get him back here to get a little bit more into details with all of that. In the meantime, guys, if you're looking at putting some physical silver in your hands, please do so here at beyondmystic.net/silver. These are the specials this week afforded to the Beyond Mystic audience. Andy just sent me this slide for you guys here before we went on the show. And these are the silver buffaloes. I believe this is one silver coin that somebody sent you and me once, maybe a couple of months ago. Big thank you to that donator. These are, wow, at $2.99 over spot, a great deal here. So just fill out this form, and Andy or his brokers will get back to you ASAP on shipping and getting these to you in your hands. He's got inventory now, and as you know, he orders a month ahead in front of everybody else here. So a very, very interesting time to be alive. And again, just to go back on the price, I am looking at this absolutely as a big opportunity to buy at a lower price. It's on sale, and this criminality is helping me get even more. So
exactly.
I cannot be happier. Yeah. This is the slide I was looking for. Save 10%, coupon code BeyondMystic here for Carla. I just put it out the other day. I think in our MailChimp newsletter, and I just love the color of this one. And Carla is working on the design right now for the Beyond Mystic pyramid. So it'll have the Beyond Mystic logo and color scheme. I can't wait to share that with you guys. She sent me our first draft earlier this week, and I was like, wow, it's going to be absolutely amazing. So I don't know how long it'll take for us to get there, but I just want to let you know we are working on that. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. Okay. Where are we at? 47 minutes. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good, Janine.
Can I just say something about silver prices?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, you remember how we were getting it was going to be 600 by Christmas? We're using tarot cards, and they're spiritual. So they're getting what it's worth. So is silver going to be worth 600 by Christmas? Yeah, we already passed that marker. For us to get the sun card in the background, I know that seems weird, but the world is weird right now. So keep that in mind. Everything's a facade because there's an actual war going on, and they're keeping things from you because that's what they do in wartime.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's an old regime that's going down, and they don't want to admit it. So they're just messing with you on the way out the door. Yeah, because you're done. Okay, that's what's going on, and we weren't wrong about that. I know that sounds like an excuse, but it's like tarot is different. It's talking about reality according to the universe. Okay, not literally what you see in front of you, but actually what's behind the what's really going on. That's what tarot does. Yeah.
So it's a little tricky that way. So is silver worth over $600 at Christmas? Yes, absolutely. Have we been told? No, absolutely not yet.
So consider yourself smart and
exactly.
get some.
You're early to the party, so to speak. And it's better to be early to this party to be even one day late, because when you're too late, you're too late.
Totally.
So many people are reaching out to me. Oh, JC, I'm trying to get my money out of my retirement savings plan to buy some silver. And my bankers are saying, no, they take your money off. They don't want you to get out of the system. And that's what Erdogan is doing here in Turkey as well. So anyways, if you guys have purchasing power, please put it into physical assets, whatever you want to do. Not financial advice, but anyways, this is one opportunity for you guys here at beyondmystic.net/silver. Let me bring that link down in the chat. So all of you silver fans tonight, I hope we've addressed all of your questions. Thank you for that. And we keep hammering on it because so many of the audience are plugged in to the spiritual nature of silver too. It's not about hookers and booze and Lamborghinis and all that. There's a lot of people here connected to silver because they want to be part of creating the new world, and silver is a big part of all of that. Absolutely big time. Okay, 666 Janine, what the hell? Today is, or has been, the 666 days since the pandemic was officially declared. I thought that was interesting, and I wanted to know what universe would want to tell us about this particular day today and this numerology. I'm curious. I don't even know. I don't even want to make a precise question. I just want the cards to tell me why or what they can tell us today with respect to this.
It's interesting because honestly, all day today, I was just like absolutely sure that I'm just not going to deal with any of it anymore. It's just not real to me.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. It's not real, and I'm insisting on it being gone. So yeah, that's how I'm dealing with 666 right now. But let's have a look.
And so somebody earlier said they love my adult talk. Well, Alexandra Halpern is saying hookers and booze, JC, laughing and crying. Yeah, hookers and booze. That's a term from Wall Street. Those guys are into the hookers and booze and whatever. This is not what this is all about. So anyways,
no, we're not about that.
Thank you, Alexandra. Thank you. I appreciate that. Always having a good time here with my buddy Janine on our live chats.
Well, we're past life siblings, so yeah. We can have fun like that. Okay, so we've got the Hanged Man and the Knight of Wands. The Hanged Man and the Knight. Okay, wow. And we've got the Fool in the middle. So something we don't know. Something we don't know. We haven't been let in on something. Okay. But it's definitely for the good of humans, and it involves a lot more abundance. Okay, a lot of people are writing to me saying, a lot of people have written to me and said they asked their banker, when are the new bills coming? And all of the emails I get, the banker answers and says, oh yeah, those won't be coming out till the 1st of February, or they're already in the machines, so you might see them come out of the machines. I've had nonstop people writing me saying, so if you go to your banker and say something like you're in the know, they'll answer you probably. Anyway, there's a new system. So it looks like we're about to know that. And I think the 666 is a marker that the old system's over. Okay, so we're taking back the world, you guys. It belongs to the humans, and we're taking it back, even if we got to do military like rule or whatever. What's that called?
Martial law, you mean?
Martial law, right? Yeah. So there's been rumblings about that. And then even Hawaii had that weird thing where there was that alert that was warning them, if they hear this alert again, make sure going forward, they have 15 days worth of food and water. And it was really weird. Did you hear that one, Jean-Claude?
Which for Hawaii? Yeah, you and I talked about that on Monday night.
Somebody recorded it. It was on all the radio stations in Hawaii. Somebody recorded it. It was fascinating. It didn't even come from their phone. It came from the radio stations. So they're like gearing up for things. It's like things are gearing up, people.
Yeah. Absolutely. I want to bring up this question on the screen. Shelly, JC, why do you not support Canadian companies who sell silver and gold? You are from Canada. Well, first of all, I don't choose my affiliates from where they are. That's discrimination. I choose my affiliates on how good they match my show. And I got to tell you, Andy Sheckman absolutely matches the frequency of my show. And if you look at his credibility and how absolutely amazing and honest and straight up this guy is, and how many times I've had him on the show and him speaking from the heart to you guys, that's why I work with Andy Sheckman at Miles Franklin. Has nothing to do with where he's from. He could be from the moon for all I care, but he's absolutely straight up. And if you look at all the emails I get from people telling me how much they appreciate doing business with these guys, that's why I do that. So, Shelly, thank you. Appreciate the question, but it has nothing to do with where I'm from. It has to do with frequency. And these guys actually support the people on this show big time. And they love each and every one of you. So, my answer to that one. Okay. Janine, how much time do we have left? I think we're almost there, 54-minute mark. Let's just cut it there, Janine. You and I have been doing a lot of shows here this week and a lot of pay-per-views, and there's more to do here too. Like, oh my God, there's a lot of work. So we need to save our energies a little bit. So why don't we pull some cards? Words of wisdom here for the audience here, moving into the next couple of days. We had this idea that maybe January 6th, there was something weird happening with Trump's speech. And let me bring that up too, because you did this decode on Sending Ravens here about decoding Phil's decode on Trump's cancellation here. So do you want to pull cards for now first? Do you want to set up this video? How do you want to proceed with this one?
Well, I could just do a quick setup of the video. I just have a quick look at what Phil was getting around it. And he actually did a decode live on a live show where he actually showed us some of his techniques. That was interesting. So he's an anon, right? And he's really high up apparently in it. But the feeling I got was that they might have told Phil to do that, but that's just a feeling. I'm not sure that's true. I got this feeling that he's a go-between to keep everybody okay with what's going on. Anyway, I decoded it. I got that, yeah, he was accurate to some degree, but some things were being blocked because I don't think we're supposed to know everything. These moves are really tricky, and we're in a tricky time in this.
Right.
And Mr. T is absolutely rolling out the Jasara Nasara. Everything points to it. It's absolutely coming. That's what I get. And I get that maybe he was going to announce it on that day. It looked like it was something financial, but things got held up in the background and he got disappointed by somebody. And that's interesting because on the Monday night show we did, we looked at Mr. T and he was in a weird place. We were getting that, well, he looks kind of upset about something. Do you remember?
Yep.
And that maybe that's just when he found out. But anyway, something got stepped back, but it's absolutely coming. Everything's coming, you guys. Yeah. Anyway, so the universe wants to say there's a great moment that has something to do with wisdom. So this is like a victory. And this is that wise old soul card I get. That could even be either an off-world or wise old soul, or maybe even our future selves, or a more evolved human, maybe. If they're a human, they're evolved way past where we are. Anyway, so there's some kind of energy around that entity's, maybe there's going to be a visit from them or something. Feels like it's a positive one though, and it'll make us feel better. So there's either a message, a visit, or something unexpected that is all part of the turning around of everything for just the regular folk. I already feel turned around, so I got to tell you, we turned the corner already on everything, you guys. I feel so confident about that. I can't even tell you, but I feel like everybody else is going to know about it, and it might have something to do with really interesting, either spiritual input and or off-worlder input, or maybe those two will go hand in hand.
Well, Cliff High's been pulling too that we'd be talking about off-worlders, UFOs, ETs here in his WebBot data for the springtime in a very big way. So there's something coming up in the field there. Absolutely. Wow. Okay. JC, can you put up the silver link? I just did. Let me put that again. Hold on. You guys are still looking for this one. And guys, just so you know, these links are always in the description box below. I know I do a lot of these quick things during the live show here for you guys. But yeah, just look in the description box below. Or sometimes Janine and I will pin them at the top of the comments also right after the show. Usually it takes about 5 minutes for those pinned comments to come up. But one last time, it's beyondmystic.net/silver. And again, this week, the silver buffalo rounds on sale at $2.99 over spot. That's a crazy good price. All right. So in the meantime, guys, please do go like, share, and subscribe here at Tarot by Janine on YouTube and also on her Sending Ravens. Now, tomorrow night, hold on, what just happened to my show? Tomorrow night here on YouTube, I have the amazing Julie and Sophie coming back for part 2 of the Divine Feminine Oracles. That is going to be at 9 o'clock Eastern. Sophie has like 7 bookings tomorrow. She's really, really busy with the consultations. So as soon as she's done that at 9 p.m., she'll be live with Julie and myself, and we're going to be taking questions from you guys. So please do join us for that tomorrow night at 9 p.m. And if you guys are looking to book with Sophie as well, while she still has some time slots available for January, you can do so at maisonjupiter.com. I believe the 30 minutes are still sold out, but they have the 1-hour consultation still available. And for you Americans, this is Canadian prices. So by the time you apply the Beyond Mystic discount and the conversions of the American rate, it's about $130 per hour, which is pretty cheap compared to everybody else doing this type of work. And Sophie's absolutely amazing. So do go and check that out. Guys, this was Tarot Reading by Janine on Wednesday night. I love you guys. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. Au revoir.
Au revoir.